And a very good morning. It's Mark here. Last day of the year, December the 31st, 8:52 Eastern, 1:52 GMT. And a little bit different today. It's going to be a shortened trading day. Trading conditions will be thin, but that does not mean we don't have some opportunities. What I have done, though, is I have zoomed in today. I think today lends itself more to some intraday trading. We're looking for some possibly shorter trends. I like to still stick with and stay with the long-term trends. So what I've done here, US dollar index on the daily, there we can see the tight range we've been in last couple of days, and today buyers are in control. But look at these tight ranges. Let me go from the daily to the hourly, and there you can see when I zoom out a little bit, that's the range we're sitting in. We've got support at 107.65. We've got resistance around the 108 level. Those are the levels that I'm looking at, to whether it's looking for a break above or below these support and resistance levels, or a bounce off. In other words, buying on support, selling on resistance, and looking for the range to continue. You can see right now how significant the 108 level is. If you look back a little, how buyers have been unable to, a little bit here, but pretty much unable to maintain above that 108 level. A bounce trade here would be looking to sell off these resistance levels. And then when it gets down to support, we look to buy and maintain the range. US dollar index sitting right now at the 108 level. Let's go into the S&P 500. Firstly, the daily. And there you can see we've had two big days of sell-off, a reversal, a turnaround. Today looks like fighting back a little bit. S&P, bear in mind the market, US markets will be open in about half an hour. So this is still pre-market activity. If I zoom in on the daily and I go to the hourly, there you can see, as I did on the US dollar index, I'm sticking to a tight range. I've got support at 5,946, 5,950, let's call it. And there we have resistance at 5,983, very tight range. For now, looking bounce traders, range traders, selling off resistance areas, buying off support, alternatively looking for a continuation and a break above or below this resistance and support area. Let's have a look at gold. Looking a little bit different. Let me first start on the daily. Bias is down. There we can see two sell-off days. Today, trying to fight back a little bit. I did put in this descending trend line, but looks like buyers have broken above that. Let's go to the hourly. And there you can see buyers did break above this descending trend line, unable to really maintain. For now, sitting at 2,613. That 2,600 is certainly looking pivotal. Sellers will want to come below this, either below this descending trend line, alternatively wait till it gets a little bit higher to the 2,617.20 level, and then maybe look for a bounce down to come down to the support at 2,600. Buyers have stepped in at this level. There is demand at the 2,600. Let's see how that plays out today. And gold could well be dictated to by the direction of the US dollar, as always. I'm going to oil, $74. Oil's been interesting. There on the hourly, you can see I've got the hourly up. Have a look at, I'm just going to go to the daily, and you can see how significant the 74.50 level is. Every time the buyers take it up to the 74.50, sellers do step in. They did it yesterday. We got a nice trade out of it. Today, went that little bit higher, 74.73, but sellers did step in again. Let's go to the hourly. And there you can see how they did step in. Right now, we're sitting at support 73.82. Sellers will want to continue on the previous hour's sell-off and come below this 73.80 level. Buyers, of course, will want to use this as a springboard, a bounce up like it's doing right now, off the 73.80, get back to $74, which is right where we are at the moment, and then possibly come up and test the 74.50 area again. And Bitcoin, wow. This is on the hourly. We've already had about a $4,000 range today. There is our support sitting at 91,760. Let's call it, well, just below the 92,000 level. And there is resistance 95.9. Let's call it 96,000. And we had, these are all hourly candlesticks. Will buyers be able to get above that 96? I'd rather look for a trade in the same direction as my long term, which is clearly down at this point on Bitcoin. Look for a sell from these levels. Let it come down. It has come up and tested this 96, now at 95.5. Possibly look for sell opportunities and a turnaround to come back and test the lower 90s, the 91, 92,000. There's the daily. So you can see how we have been in a downtrend. Today clearly is fighting back. There's that resistance level again at 96,000. But sellers are in control. And throughout the last few days and the trades we've been sharing together, what you have seen is, yes, I've been taking a more than usual amount of intraday trades, but certainly keeping with my long-term and in the same direction as the long-term trend, always looking for opportunities that are going in the same direction as the long-term trend. As we leave 2024, let's remember the trend is our friend, and we'll maintain that kind of thinking and strategy going into 2025. I wish all of you a happy new year, health, happiness, and success to all of you, and look forward to trading with you in 2025.